So, Mansa Musa, he was born in 1280 and he died in 1337, so he was 57 years old when he died. Background. So he was the son of Abu Bakr II, and a nephew of son Dayata. So what's something that's really cool? So in 1312 he was crowned emperor, but how he became emperor wasn't like he was voted in or anything. He actually, the king himself, who's Abu Bakr, he went off on this mission, somewhere with the Atlantic Ocean, and like trying to find this wave that took all of his men. But that's a different story. So when that king was absent, Mansa Musa was put into place to kind of like fulfill his place for just a little bit, but he didn't end up coming back, and so Mansa Musa was then crowned emperor. So yes, he was crowned emperor in 1312, and he took a pilgrimage to Mecca in 1324, which is really a big thing that he was known for. They talk a lot about it when you look up Mansa Musa. Okay, so his accomplishments. He was a 14th century emperor of the Mali Empire, which is a pretty big accomplishment, if you ask me. That's a typo. He took a pilgrimage to Mecca, which is one of his bigger accomplishments. Still spelled wrong. Okay, cool. He built mosques. He paid for specific students to go and study with well-known scholars to improve their knowledge of their religion, Islam. He built religious schools, and he was the first Muslim ruler in West Africa to make the journey to Mecca. So he did all of these different things to establish the Islam religion. So obviously he believed a lot in it and what it could do, and so he did everything he could with all of his money to make sure that other people knew as well. His impact. On his pilgrimage, he distributed so much gold that the value of it went down 25% on local markets. When he took his pilgrimage to Mecca, he took a group of 12,000 people with him. Maybe it was 24,000. I don't know. But then 12,000 people had carried 4-pound bars of gold, and they handed it out to the poor while they were walking to Mecca. And so that's why the value of it went down, was because he passed out so much of it that a bar of gold wasn't as rare as it used to be. He boosted Islamic education, as said in the previous slide. He built mosques, he sent people to go study, and he built schools and stuff. He was one of the greatest rulers in West Africa. I read a lot of articles on, a lot of people believe he was the greatest ruler ever. So, I mean, that's a whole other discussion. His overall impact. His journey to Mecca, which is on the map to your right. I don't know if you can see my mouse as I move it, but it's over here. That's really the trails that he traveled and where he like impacted the most. So his journey to Mecca, because of the gold thing, that was a big impact, and his leadership in the Mali Empire really left a long-lasting impression. So fun facts about Mansa Musa. The name Mansa means King of Kings. He always carried a big portion of his wealth with him and used it generously. So as I said earlier, he's very rich, which is why he was able to give bars of gold to the poor in such an easy way. In a 2012 Celebrity Net Worth made a list of the richest people in history, and Mansa Musa was easily at the top of that list. With $400 million was his net worth, which is obviously a lot of money. And he wasn't like a tyrant either. With all the research I've done, I haven't found anything really bad about him. So yeah, that was Mansa Musa. His background, his accomplishments, his impact, and his overall impact on the world. Well, okay, West Africa.